Hi guys, it's 97 Tech Geek here, and we're doing another video on how to update Ubuntu to 24.04. This will be pretty much the same if there's a newer version that comes out. However, as the time of recording, 24.04 LTS is the newest version available for Ubuntu. So this will show you how to install it on 22.04.4 or 20.04.6 long-term support. The principle for this also will pretty much apply to any of the flavors that you can get of Ubuntu. So Ubuntu being sort of the master image, then you've got Edbuntu, Kubuntu, Lubuntu, then you've got different versions of Ubuntu itself, Cinnamon, for example, Clin, Mate, Studio, Unity, and Xbuntu. I think that's it. There might be a few more flavors that I don't show here, but this is the majority of the flavors that are created and backed by this Ubuntu family from Conical. So, like I say, we're going to be showing how to do enable number. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and switch to our virtual machine. So here we can see if we just pop into the settings. Let's increase the resolution slightly as well. That's better. Doesn't look as terrible. So anyway, back to about. You can see here specs machine that we are running 22.04.4 long-term support. If we pop to the application launcher and then go to software updater, bar maybe a few minor bits, we should be pretty much up to date. And you'll be able to see that it doesn't present a, there we go, other than trying to push Ubuntu Pro, there are no other updates available for this. So what we need to do to go ahead and get this updated to the latest version of Ubuntu, it will come as a prompt finally for users if you don't want to go through this process automatically sort of around, I believe, the August mark. However, if you're wanting to go ahead and get it all updated and set up now, follow this guide. So we want to open up Terminal. From here, we need to run a sudo. We're going to do apt update. Pop in your password if you've got one. Otherwise, if you haven't, just hit enter. From here, it will go ahead and have a look and see what's available to update. So in this case, we can see that there are packages that can be updated. So what I'm going to do, run almost the same command, but rather than update, upgrade. So from here, it's decided that there has been a couple of updates, but nothing massively. So from what this step forwards, you may need to reboot if it's gone ahead and done some updates, but obviously in this case, it's up to date, so there hasn't found anything at all. So we want to go ahead and get this connected, and also not connected, updated. So for this, once again, we're going to be running as a sudo user, and then we want to do release dash upgrade dash D. So normally you wouldn't do the D or -D. However, because we're wanting to force it to go ahead and find an update to 24.04, we need to do this. So all being well, you should get presented with a window that looks like this. So welcome to enable number 24.04, and it simply is asking you, do you want to go ahead and continue and install this? So for this, we are simply going to put Y, because we do. So from there, it's going ahead and find different dependencies, packages that needs to update. So this can take a little while depending on the speed of your internet, the speed of the SSD or hard drive you've got installed, and CPU and so forth. So how long this takes is completely dependent on multiple aspects of your machine and household internet. So I won't bore you and make you sit through and watch all of this. So where there's interactions and steps you'll need to do, I will come back and interact with you and let you know what you do and don't need to do. Otherwise, just enjoy this bit being time-lapsed. So there we go. You can see that there's 144 packages going to be removed, 507 new packages are going to be installed, and there's 1,451 packages that are going to be updated. So it reckons with this, there's about 2 gig download, and it should take about 3 minutes on your my internet connection. Like I say, it can take several hours depending on the speed of the internet. So from here, we're just simply going to go, yes, we do want it to download all of these packages and start installing them. From here, this is going to let you know that it's going to update certain applications to the new snap method or snap package. So from here, we can click OK and let it go ahead and install these from the Snap Store. And you may notice that Thunderbird, Mail, and various other applications that it's going to obtain from the new Snap Store will disappear off of the sidebar. However, don't worry, they will be reinstalled and should come back perfectly fine. Just going back to a moment ago where you saw me hit yes or type Y for overwriting a package because it knew the file existed, I would recommend in most cases just to double check that with Google, or if you need any help, maybe the comments, although I would imagine that I'm going to get back to the comments way too late after you've done it, that you will have already hit the yes or no button. Generally, it's safe to go ahead and overwrite files, but obviously just make sure what file it is going to be overwriting or updating, just to make sure that you don't run ink that bricks and locks you out the device. But we shouldn't be too much longer now. And once again, then it should ask us whether or not we want to remove any obsolete packages. With that, I would always say it gives you the option to look at the details, which you can then decide whether or not you wish to remove said packages or not. But I would say it heavily depends on what you've got set up. So it would be personal choice. This virtual machine, sorry, hasn't got any set up. It's purely been spun up and made for this YouTube video. So if it tells me there are any obsolete packages, I will go ahead and let it remove them. However, obviously, I would say be cautious if it's a working environment that you haven't got anything that potentially might need to be called back on by any other applications or bits of software that you're making. So there we go. There are some packages that can be removed. With this, once again, depends heavily on your system specifications and, like I say, as to what said packages are that you will be removing. Obviously, you can always reinstate them at a later point. However, always err on the side of caution. But for this, because like I said previously, it was just spun up for this video, I'm not too concerned, so I'll go ahead and hit Y. So some of them it may fail to remove just because they're in use, which probably would mean that they're not actually that obsolete. However, don't be worried if you see either orange or red text. Just allow the process to process. So there we go. Didn't take hours, like it said. Took a number of minutes to go through and remove any obsolete packages. So to fully upgrade the system, you do need to go ahead and restart it. Obviously, depending on what you are or aren't doing on the machine, choose yes or no, but be aware that things may or may not work if you choose to postpone the restart. So we'll do the restart now. And there we go, back into the desktop environment. So we can see that the update has been successful, albeit as forgotten the settings I'd configured for the display, but the new versions of Firefox and Thunderbird have come across. So, and if we go into system, you can already tell this has changed compared to what it looked like prior to this. And if we go to about 2404 long-term support, and in theory it should have done all the updates available for it, but if we go to software data, we can make sure that there are no further updates available. If there are though, just go ahead and proceed with those. Let me just change that to a more acceptable resolution. That's better. So there we go, this is up to date. So yeah, that is the update complete. If you do have any questions or queries, or have got any more videos that you would like me to go through on a how-to, then by all means comment. Many thanks for watching this video, and have a great rest of your day.